I want to talk about some criticisms about my book, The Private Patrol Operator. As you guys know, I am fully transparent about this book. I have no reason to hide any issues with the book. So I got a text message from somebody who will be taking the Private Patrol Operator exam very shortly. And the text message reads as follows: I will not disclose the identity of this person or what type of business they're operating or they want to operate in. But this person did say this: I just bought your book and received it today. I'm reading from the text. I just bought your book and received it today. The cover is attached to the pages upside down and reversed, kind of. So you have to read from right to left. He says this: nope. Sorry for my English. I try to explain the best I can, but for $150, yeah, not impressed. So I did address this issue with this person, and he's very reasonable. I believe that we did come to a resolution. I am very disappointed with Amazon KDP. So there was a company called Create Space, and I'm not coming up with any excuses. I'm just telling you what exactly is going on. There's a company called Create Space. 2018, they existed. What I do as an author is I send the manuscript, the cover design, to Amazon KDP. At that time, it was Create Space. And what you guys do is you end up ordering a book on Amazon. Create Space is the manufacturer. They're the publishing company. They publish the book and then they'll send it off to Amazon, or they'll ship it to your house. But they are the third party. Um, Ever since Create Space disappeared, we've been having quality control issues with some of these books. Now, what Amazon ended up doing, I think that they end up buying Create Space, but I'm telling you, the quality control just went downhill. And also, I don't want to use COVID as a crutch, but ever since this whole COVID situation, there's been some quality control issues. So this is not acceptable to have a book that is printed upside down. That's not acceptable at all. I'm going to read another comment that's on Amazon. Guys, if you're encountering these issues, if you could please contact me, so I can try to fix the issue as much as possible, or come to it, some type of resolution. I just don't think it's fair for somebody to be posting a negative review on something that I created, where something I don't have control over. Um, Michelle Bustillos, I'm still trying to get a hold of her so I can resolve the issue. If she hasn't passed the test, I would like to talk to her more about it, but I want to try my best to help her. But she posted this review on July 14th, 2021. It says this: I'm really irritated right now. I've ordered this book twice. The first book delivered had a folded cover page. Poor shipping standards for a $140 product. The second one is falling apart at the seams. Other than the annoying effort I have had to put into acquiring a nice copy of this book and the condition after 2 days of reading, I must say I am happy with the content within. I hope to do well on the exam and confident that I will with the material provided. Despite the conditions the book received, I highly recommend anyone studying for this exam to buy a copy of Sean's book. So she does go fair, but this thing kind of destroys me a little bit. I do hope that with any product that you purchase, you do review all the reviews that people have made for the book. So I do appreciate Michelle's candidacy. I do kind of wish that she would have reached out to me so I could have resolved this issue, until it got too late. So I have a couple of options. I might wipe out of the store shelves all of my books on Amazon. That's something that I was considering, and finding a different publishing house. If I do that, then people might have problems finding the book, because with Amazon, it's like a massive Google search engine. You look for anything on there, and it pops up. That's what it basically is. It's a massive Google search engine. So one of the things is you might not find the study material. Second, I try to reach out to Amazon. Um, and they're called Amazon KDP. That's the publishing portion of Amazon. And you guys, there is no direct email. There is no phone number that I can call, because I'm really upset about this. I was actually enjoying my son's birthday party when I got a text by this gentleman who is understandably concerned, and that just kind of it ruined half of my day. My, I mean, I give 100% of my available effort to my people, and you guys who are watching these videos, you guys are my people, and it's really disturbing. I feel like they are doing a disservice to my own friends. You guys are in my community, and you all are my friends, and I just don't like the quality control. I mean, this is very unprofessional. So I try reaching out to them. There's no phone number. You can't just call Amazon KDP, and you can't just email them. You have to go through a list of, it's like 30 different topics. So what I end up doing is I found some other subtopic that allows you to actually email them, because everything leads to a community page, do-it-yourself answer page or self-answer page. But I found this one where I might be able, this subtopic where they're gonna have to read my email, and I told them, because I had to fork out money to resolve this situation. I had to buy my own book for $140, $150. Out of that, Amazon gives me usually about half, more or less half, and remember, I'm taxed on that too. So to fix this problem, and then I had to ship out another book, cost me about $85 to $90 out of my own pocket. I'm not going to recover that. That's fine. I do this for my customers. I really try to go above and beyond when I need to, and I really need to. This guy's really frustrated. He got a piece of junk. So I believe I resolved the situation, but it's not about resolving this situation and then attempting to resolve the other situation where the book was in pieces. This is really about, if you have a problem with the book, please reach out to me. If you reach out to me, I can try to resolve the issue. I'm going to have to find a way on how to resolve this issue. I don't want to sell these things from my house, because I don't want a business. I don't technically own a business, and I don't want to. I like to have this book produced by Amazon, and they deal with it on the business side. I get the royalties, but I don't want to have a business where I'm shipping stuff out of my house and everything like that. And that's just not the way I want to go. Now, those of you who will be taking the private patrol operator exam, what does my book cover? I mean, there is so much to cover here. I'm just going to name some stuff off, and there's so much stuff I'm going to read off of here. I'm going to give you some learning techniques, how to retain information. I'm going to give you definitions, what certain words mean, because if a certain word appears, a technical word, a word that's technical, that was created by BSIS, the Bureau of Security Investigative Services, if you don't know what the term is or refers to, you're not going to be able to answer the question correctly. I'm going to be talking about the different types of ownership that you can open. I'm going to be talking about the home office, where you're allowed to operate out of. I'm going to talk about insurance, different commercial liability insurance policies. I'm going to talk about proposals, sales, talk about the training requirements that are needed for your guard force, the batons, firearms, permits. Let's see, whether or not you need a taser permit. Quick answer to that is no. By the way, talk about long guns, authority. What authority do you have as a private security professional? Contracts, we're going to get into that. Use of force, pre-employment exams, which ones are allowed and which ones are not. Don't be surprised if you're tested on the private patrol operator exam for polygraph exams and other forms of lie detectors. They might test you on that. Meal periods, break periods. They'll question. You might see some stuff on that. Supervision techniques, discipline, payroll considerations, employee file considerations, whistleblowing, sexual harassment procedure, patrol vehicles, the signage, and emergency action plans. We're going to talk about dealing with BSIS inspections. You guys, the table of contents is a lot. I mean, it's all this. Here's some more. And total page count, I have that includes some of the index is 354 pages. I do have some practice exams in here. The whole book with actual content, we're at 300 and 349 pages of content. I have practice exams on here. You guys might be asking me, is it the same material on the test? Is your study guide, which is in this book, Private Patrol Operator, are the questions on your exam the same as the state exam, the BSI exam? And I'm going to tell you every single time the same thing. Absolutely not. They are not the same questions. I can't copy what the state has because I can be in a lot of trouble if I do that. So I don't do that. And Sean, how is it that you formed the study guide? Well, what I did is you have a BSIS study guide, quotation study guide, topics that they want you to study, and I created those topics I expanded those topics into this book, The Private Patrol Operator. Second, I talked to a lot of people over the years. I'm on year 10 or 11 with helping people prepare for the Private Patrol Operator exam. I get a lot of feedback. People say, hey, Sean, take this off of your book, include this in your book. And I get a lot of tips. I mean, you're talking about over 10 years of critiques, and then you finally get this. There is no guarantee that you're going to pass the Private Patrol Operator exam if you purchase this book. I'll tell you that. There's absolutely no guarantee. I will tell you that those who fail, it's because of a language barrier. I get a lot where Spanish is their first language. I get some from India, Afghanistan, especially Afghanistan. I get a lot of Afghans that rightfully want to own and operate a private security company. And sometimes I get some Chinese, but and then I get a lot of people from Africa, Nigeria, Ethiopia, the whole African continent. They come over here and they want to open a security company. So there's a language barrier because English is not their first language, and then they see these questions that are written kind of difficult unless you understand English completely, and they fail because not because they don't have the experience or expertise in private security management, but because they don't understand the question. And I can't teach English. There's no way I could teach English. I could teach you the different topics, but there's no way that I could teach you how to read English and and be able to understand what the questions mean if English is the second language. Anyhow, but I do have some who have overcome those obstacles. One gentleman from it's one of the Russian countries. I can't even remember. It starts with the Yugoslavia, I think. Yugoslavia. You could tell English wasn't his first language. It took him 8 times to pass the Private Patrol Operator exam, and he eventually passed it. And right now he owns a very successful executive protection firm in Beverly Hills. So he eventually made it. So no guarantee you'll pass the test, but you'll increase your odds. Pass rate for Private Patrol Operators, applicants who have purchased my material, more or less about 84 to 88%. It varies, just a rough estimate. It's significantly less than my private investigator applicants. My private investigator applicants, those guys, they're usually well prepared before they even sit into the exam. They've had extensive amount of years in private investigations. In legal investigations, criminal and legal investigations, 10 years, 20 years, 5 years, 30 years, whereas the private patrol operator person might have 1 year at a post where there's not a lot of activity going on and not even have any supervision experience. So that's the difference. But anyhow, don't let that dissuade you. Once again, please excuse if your book shows up in half or pieces, it's not my fault. Something that I'm working on. I did reach out to customer service. If this happens to you, please contact Amazon. So on Amazon, when you order something, you're able to return it, and then you're able to put the reason why that you want a replacement. There's like a drop down menu. I don't work for Amazon, but this is what I'm told is there's a drop down menu. You could file a complaint and they could send you another book if it shows up in a messed up condition. Now, unfortunately, one of the gals that ordered this book, the condition, the second book was still in a unacceptable condition. So if that happens, just please be patient, and please notify Amazon for a refund. I think if there's a refund, they're not going to send you a book, but at least for a replacement book, and then please contact me so I know what's going on, and we can try to resolve this issue as soon as possible. Some of you um, might request an electronic version of this book, Private Patrol Operator. I do not offer any type of electronic version. Everything is in the print version. Okay, that's all I have. If you guys have any questions, concerns, please do not hesitate to ask.